The common loon is an incredible bird species known for their haunting vocalizations and diving abilities. Here are 5 things that you may not know about these awesome birds. Number 1, they're almost entirely aquatic. Common loons are among the most water-adapted birds in North America. Like many diving species, their legs sit far back on their bodies, giving them powerful swimming ability, but making walking on land nearly impossible. This means that if a loon gets stranded, it's in real trouble. If you find one far away from water or a nest, the best thing you can do is to contact a licensed wildlife rehabilitator or bird rescue for help. Loons normally only leave the water to nest. They build these close to the shore so they never have to travel far. In the water, they're expert divers, staying submerged for up to a minute or more, and sometimes plunging over 200 feet deep in search of fish. Their streamlined bodies and strong webbed feet make them look almost like underwater torpedoes. Unlike most birds, their bones are solid, which means they are less buoyant and have an easier time diving under the water. Loons can even flatten their feathers to remove excess air and blow air out of their lungs in order to move faster under the surface. While loons are masters of the water, getting into the air is another story. Number 2, they need a runway to take flight. Loons are large, heavy birds, usually weighing 8 to 12 pounds, with a 4 to 5 foot wingspan, which isn't enough to lift them without some help. To take off, they need to sprint and flap across the water's surface, sometimes for more than 100 yards. That's why loons stick to big lakes and open water. Small ponds just don't give them the runway they need. In fact, if they accidentally land in a tiny pond, or even mistake a wet parking lot for water, they could become stranded and unable to fly off again. Wildlife rehabilitators sometimes have to help these birds get back to larger water. Once airborne, though, loons are impressive flyers, cruising at speeds up to 70 miles per hour during migration. Number 3, their vocalizations mean different things. Loons are famous for their haunting calls, which echo across northern lakes. However, each distinct sound has a special purpose. The wail is a long, eerie call used to communicate location across distance, like saying, "I'm over here, where are you?" The tremolo, sometimes likened to a crazy laugh, signals alarm or distress when loons feel threatened. And the yodel, a rising and falling cry, is given only by males. Each male has a unique yodel, almost like a fingerprint, which scientists can use to identify individuals and track territories. Their calls are so iconic that they're often used in movies and TV shows to create a wilderness mood. Sometimes filmmakers even put them in completely unrealistic settings, like in desert scenes or horror movies, just because the sound is so haunting. Of course, all that calling and yodeling takes energy, and loons need plenty of food to fuel it. Number 4, they feed by sight. Loons are visual hunters. They dive beneath the surface and chase down fish, spearing or grabbing them with their sharp bills. Because they rely so much on sight, they need clear water to hunt effectively. Polluted or murky lakes make it difficult for them to see their prey. Fish make up the bulk of their diet, but loons will also eat crayfish, leeches, or even amphibians if necessary. Their eyes actually adjust when they go underwater, allowing them to see clearly in 2 different environments, above water and below, much like otters or seals. A family of loons with chicks can consume hundreds of pounds of fish in just one summer, making them key top predators and good indicators of lake health. However, loons don't spend all year on inland lakes. Half their lives take place in a completely different world. Number 5, they winter along oceans. When autumn comes, loons migrate to the coast of the Atlantic, Pacific, and Gulf of Mexico. They spend winter in saltwater, feeding on marine fish like herring and flounder. During this time, their appearance changes dramatically. They lose their bold black and white breeding colors and red eyes, replacing them with a more subdued gray and white look that blends into the ocean environment. Young loons may actually spend their first few years out on the sea before migrating back inland during their third year. Because loons depend on both freshwater and marine ecosystems, they're vulnerable to threats in both places. Pollution, oil spills, and habitat loss affect their survival, no matter where they are. Well, I hope you found this video helpful. If you enjoyed it, make sure to check out our other educational bird videos and hit that subscribe button. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time on Badgerland Birding.